my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you, Patrick. If you guys only knew what we were doing in 1968. Who among the Bishop Kelly faculty would have imagined us here tonight? I have some Kelly friends here. Remember Resist Administration? There was a campaign that we launched in high school. And perhaps there are people in this very room that can identify with that slogan. But I digress. I am very proud of you, Patrick. I am a storyteller, and I am awed and humbled to be in the company of you, Ms. Wanda Jackson, and the rest of my fellow inductees. I must say, when my assistant Kim said they want to induct you into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, I said, what? And then I said, why? She said, I don't know. Then she said, maybe everybody else is already in it. So, yeah. But I honestly wondered, why me? And I was driving along, well, actually, I was stuck in traffic. That's my second job in LA. And it hit me that only a small part of this acknowledgement is really about me. I've been smiling with memories ever since I realized that. It's really about my father, M.H. Woodard, and my mother, Constance Robertson Woodard. The reason I am here tonight is to speak their names in this gathering. They planted the seed of humanity in me, and it gave me artistic as well as personal freedom. They didn't say, go out and conquer or go and accumulate. They just said, go, do it, see it, be yourself. Fill yourself all the way up, Alfre, and never ever forget your neighbor. My daddy especially opened up my mind to understand that my neighborhood stretched across town, across the state, the nation, and across borders. He taught me from my first language that privilege was an absolute partnership with responsibility. My mother's people are lovely, but they're Texans. So we won't talk about them tonight. The Woodards' roots are sunk deep in Lincoln County. My father's people were landowners, and during desperate times in this land, he helped his mom fill the buckets and cups of white men, as well as black and red men passing through down on their luck. People refer to them as hobos, to which his mother would reply, that's not a hobo, that's somebody's daddy. That's somebody's brother. This is a time when black boys could be easily strung up for even a minor perceived offense. MH's mantra to his little girl was, babe, never look up to any man. And babe, don't you ever look down on any man. Perspective was my father's great gift to me. The practical reason I left Oklahoma was to study acting, but as an artist, I discovered my real reason was to be in the world, to stand with those who work towards a world in which no child goes to bed hungry or dies starving, in which no young person comes of age without a viable education and the opportunity to bring their gifts forward to the healing of this nation, a world in which no young life is deemed less valuable under the law, and where no person working full-time takes home a paycheck that rests on the poverty line. That is the spirit with which I left Oklahoma at 17, and it is the spirit in which I have lived my life, mainly in defense of justice and absolutely in support of the common good. Those Oklahoma values demanded that I actively engage in the anti-apartheid movement. My Oklahoma sense of decency has fueled my work for the Robert F. Kennedy Center for Justice and Human Rights. And because I hail from pioneer women whose physical and mental strength was essential to the organizing and building of this land, I could never for an instant believe that a woman was not fully capable of governing the city, the state, the nation, and her own affairs. Besides irreverence, my mother, the Texan, did give me this: when somebody is telling the truth, you never let them stand alone. I am a daughter of North Tulsa. Tonight, through me, you honor a host of Oklahomans whose heart, grit, perseverance, intelligence, perception, and faith are always close to my thoughts and my actions. They inform my work. Mrs. Oliver, Mrs. Hendricks, Mrs. Batson, Mrs. King, Mrs. Harrison, Ms. Lewis, Mrs. Taliaferro. Back then, the best and brightest black women taught school. That's where the ceiling was. Today, they would be sitting in the Senate. They would be sitting on corporate boards. But they stood before us at Ralph J. Bunch Elementary School and at Marian Anderson Junior High School. They looked at us and they expected things of us. And when people do that, you deliver. At Cali, Brother Patrick O'Brien fired up my love for film and that it could be a powerful tool in the healing of mankind. And Sister Rachel Ann Graham helped me to understand that I was an actor. The Magic Empire Council of Girl Scouts reached across the color line and opened my heart to sisterhood and camping. My tribe, the Woodards, the Robertsons, they gave me a mighty family tree that could withstand with laughter and with joy whatever gale force and fresh hell might come upon us. For all of them and for your kindness to me, the Oklahoma Heritage Foundation and the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, I am eternally grateful. Thank you so much.